So it's been a little while since you've seen me, and that will not be the case moving forward. I've got quite a few vehicles that I've been working on in the background that are rounding the corner and getting ready to hit the market. So be sure that you stay tuned to the channel and my website for all of this upcoming new inventory that I'm going to be showcasing. And today, I want to say today's theme for the video is going to be value, bang for the buck. I talk a lot about that, especially in the Land Cruiser LX line. There's kind of some sweet spots, price-wise, mileage-wise, things like that, that I like to hone in on, and today is no different. Today, as you can see right here, I've got a 2015 200 Series LX 570 .2, and yes, 2015, last year of the .2s. I've kind of coined this term, the 2008 to 2011 being the .1s, 2013 to 2015 being the .2s, and the 16 to 21 models being the .3s. The .2s are by far the most popular version of the 200 series in my experience, not only for what I can purchase, but what my customers want. This again is a 2015. It's got just rolled 186,000 miles, and a couple hundred of those miles were due to me. I had a hard time getting out of this car. This car drives fantastically. This is a one-owner car from the Grapevine, Texas area. So middle of Texas, no rust to talk about. Fantastic service history, very detailed service history that you will see on the Carfax for this vehicle. You'll also see where it shows it's a two-owner vehicle, but you can clearly see that when Texas transferred ownership to me, Carfax picked that up as an owner, and it'll be pretty obvious when you see that. So again, one-owner car from the middle of Texas, very detailed, very good service history throughout this car's life. And this car drives fantastically. Again, I put a couple hundred miles on it myself, and I'm kind of excited to showcase this car off. So let me show you what comes with it. And as I'm sure you saw, I'm all bundled up. It's freezing here in Georgia, like under 20 degrees. That's cold for us. And so we'll show you what we got. We'll do a little quick video inside here, and then we will brave the cold, get it outside, and showcase this bad boy off. All right, and here we are. So this is what's going to come with the vehicle. Obviously, you can see here we do have a full set of manuals, all the original delivery certificate with it, the original factory remote start owner's guide, so nothing missing from this manual. You do have your factory Lexus case there. We do have our expensive and elusive DVD remotes, so nothing to worry about there for those of you who are interested. Do have two keys. A lot of people don't know about the wallet key. This one's been used a little bit, as you can see, but nonetheless, it does work. I used this for a day after I bought the car, and this will unlock the car and start the car. So it's pretty cool because you can keep that like in your wallet literally, or if your wife drove this car in a purse or whatnot. Do have a factory fob, obviously. Do have a wheel lock, so this car does have factory wheel locks on it, and we do have the lock intact. You can see we do have a full set of tools, showing a little dust, but other than that, everything is good to go here. One other thing I'll go ahead and showcase is the jack. You can see the jack sitting back there, so you're not going to have any problems. And we do have the factory first aid kit, so not going to have any problems changing a tire if you get to that point. I'll fix that in a minute. So that's what's going to come with the vehicle, and let's finish up a few things in here before we pull it outside. All right, so we're going to start off with the monitors. As you can see, I'm already plugged up to make things a little bit easier here. While that loads up, you can see we are on a cold start right up here. 186,069. Again, I think I put 250 miles on this car. and it's a super nice car, a great driving car. And I'm gonna talk about the tires here in a minute, because I'm kind of surprised by the tires that are on the car. All right, so we can see here we have our 9 monitors that are all green and ready to be tested, and we have no data stored in the computer. So this vehicle will pass emissions in all 50 states. Nothing for anybody to worry about there. Throw that over there. And the first thing we're gonna do, so again, as you can see here, no lights on, nothing going on there, still on a cold start. You can see we are in the neutral setting for the active height control. So I'm going to come over here and we are gonna bump it up to high. As you can see, we are working into high. Those of you who don't know, it's gonna flash like that until it gets into the high setting, and then it will solid state high. And there you go. Nice and fast, that's important. Typically when you have pumps or compressors that are problematic, you do not get into the high setting that quickly. So as you can see, sitting in the high position, sitting up like a mountain, you'll be able to get over whatever you need to get over in that setting. While we're in the high setting, I'm going to go ahead and show you the undercarriage. It's definitely dusty, but that's what you want. You want these cars from a dusty, not rusty area. Spare looks brand new to me, but just very dusty. As we can see, no rust going on underneath the vehicle. Very important, as we all know. Come on. You do have some slight surface, well, let's just call it surface corrosion right here on the active height control lines. Everything else looks really nice under here, the way that it should. As we can see, CV axle looks great, power steering rack looks good. Still our factory stamps on the skid plates. You know, unfortunately I don't have a lift where I can put these cars in the air and clean the undercarriage. That's something we might do in the future. But as you can see, a nice, clean, thorough undercarriage clean would really help this thing out. CV axle and power steering rack look great. Neither are torn. Just a little bit of slight surface corrosion, rust, whatever you want to call it, right there. But most importantly, this vehicle is from Texas, and nothing to really worry about as far as that goes. So we're still in the high setting. As we can see, I'm going to go ahead and bump it down to the low setting. Still in high, temperatures coming up. I'm going to bump down to neutral. As you see, we're in neutral, and then we're going to go down to low. And there we are. And as you can see, we are clearly in the low setting. So active height control works fantastic. It's nice and fast and responsive, which is what you want to see out of these systems. These systems are not problematic. But in my experience, especially on the 100s, when they get really slow to get into that position, you typically have some issues going on that you want to start with flushes and whatnot. But anyway, I digress. we will showcase off the lights real quick. So we do have our, again, in the 2014 of the 200.2s, you did get LED fog lights, which is awesome. I don't know why they didn't do it in the 13s, but they didn't. So we have 2 working fog lights, we have our working running lights, and 2 working headlights. Bright lights are going to be on, and again, another stupid thing that they are halogen bulbs. I don't know why they just didn't put LEDs there. Our fog lights turn off when we go into high beam mode. Driver's side blinker working good. You can see in the mirror, no issues there. And coming around back, looking good. Passenger side, blinking as it should. Our turn signal in the mirror looking good, and turn signal out back looking good. All of our brake lights are lit up as they should be. Our running lights, we got 2 working LED tag lights, so everything works as it should there. Horn, whoa. And so one thing I want to mention real quick while I'm in here before I get out in the Arctic cold, this car has like a very new, not brand new, but a very new-ish set of Yokohama Geolander HTs. Now, typically, in my experience, I have not had great experience with Yokohama tires in general. Not the case with this car. This car drives fantastic. It feels like it has Michelin's on it. I was really surprised by that when I bought it and started driving it. And I think whoever does buy this car, you're going to be surprised as well. It really is a nice tire. It feels very similar to a Defender as far as the way the car drives and feels and responds. So just that's pretty cool. That's not something that I'm accustomed to seeing on these cars. So nonetheless, let me get all my hood and everything on. Let's pull this thing outside and see what we got. All right, so here we are out in the Arctic. So I'm gonna try to hit these key points and get back in the car because it is freezing out here. And so here we are under the hood. We can see all of our plastic armor intact. Sounds like a 5.7. Everything looks great under here, sounds good. Factory hood pad, all of our original stickers, remote start sticker, etc. All right, so fun fact on this car, there is no paintwork on the body panels. We did paint the front bumper and the rear bumper. So you guys that watch the videos, you know what to expect. Looks new up here. Everything looks awesome. Obviously, it just got painted. Headlight, driver's side headlight looks great. We don't have any cracking, any peeling, any fading, or anything unusual going on, which we do see from time to time, as we know. Moving over here to the radar sensing emblem. It looks awesome, not faded, not cracking, nothing going on there. Front facing camera looks fantastic, no cracks, nothing going on with that, and I'll showcase that here in a minute. The grille itself, we do have some of our traditional fading on the top side of this going on. As you can see there, it does bleed down a little bit down here. You can see on the very top part of where the emblem is, and then coming over here as well. Other than that, the rest of the grille looks great. Obviously this car was in Texas, so exposed to that heat. Passenger headlight, just like the driver's headlight. No issues, everything looks great. No cracking, no peeling, no fading. Everything looks awesome. Hood does have just some minor little touch up on it. This car actually has very little touch up on it. You can kind of see as I go across here, there's maybe a bigger one right there. But very, very, very minor. Trying to walk slowly here. You got a couple right here. These are all tiny, tiny little spots. Nothing big, nothing I would worry about, and to be expected on a 186,000 mile car. A few spots running on down here. All of this has been touched up, and even if you stand back at a foot, you're not going to see most of that. It's a good shot of the hood right there. There is no other touch up on the hood other than just what's in the front right there that I just showed you guys. Everything looks awesome. This is a really nice car. I don't want to overstate that. It's as I said, I had a hard time getting out of it. Everything looks great there. Do have an original windshield. I don't know if it's ever been replaced. You can see the Lexus stamp right there, but there's no rock chips or anything like that going on with it. Popping up on the roof, where you can get some fading from time to time. We don't have any of that going on up here. Everything looks great. Crossbars are intact. Do have a few little minor dents right here on the back side, but nothing major. Everything looks awesome up there. Man, that heat feels good inside that car. Look how nice everything looks walking down the car. Alright, so everything looks really good here on the front of this fender. There is one tiny little touch-up spot there, one here, and one there. Other than that, everything looks fantastic right here. This is a very susceptible area to rock chips, rash, and things like that. Everything looks awesome. There is one on the top of the fender right here. And then right here in the middle of the body line, you can see there's two little spots that have been touched up. There was a dent there at some point, and somebody did some paintless dent removal on it, so that's why you're seeing that. But there's no dent there now, obviously, and it's very, very minor. As you stand back, it couldn't be in a better spot because it's right on the body line. So there is one spot right here on the bottom of the fender, you can see right there. Again, that has been touched up. And there's a very minor set of scratches that we could not get out. You can see right here, it's kind of on the edge of the fender, and it runs right to the edge of the door right there. These are very small and very minor. Most people are not going to notice these. But that is there. Moving to this driver's front wheel. All of these wheels are in good condition. There's no major damage, curbing, anything like that going on. You do just have a little bit of spots from just, I don't really know what to call it. We'll say rash, but nothing terrible. It's all very, very minor. As I was speaking of on the tires, there's the set of the Geolander HTs, and they have tons of tread left. And they ride fantastic, again. Driver's side mirror looks great. We do have a little spot right here that's been touched up. Our signal, most importantly, is not cracked. Same thing right here. You can see these have all been touched up. And just for reference, very minor. Coming up this roof rail, everything looks great. Kind of looking for dents or anything unusual up here. Everything looks as it should. There's a great view down the side. Come back around here. We will look at all of our belt moldings, the step bar, all of the chrome right here. Sometimes you'll see these are peeling. Everything looks fantastic here. No damage on our lower rocker or underneath the belt moldings. Look how nice the side of the car looks right there. Very little touch up on this side, and I'm looking for what I saw. Yeah, right here on this door edge, you can see right here for people opening the door. There is not a lot else to talk about on this side. There are a few little minor scratches right here. Those have been touched up. Let me stand back just about a foot for you to get a good reference of how small they are. Again, like the ones in the fender, very, very minor. Most people aren't going to notice those. Rear wheel, excuse the exhaust, again it's freezing out here, is in good shape. No damage, no curbing, nothing going on. Just like the front though, just shows some very minor little rash, we'll call it again. Same set of Yokohamas back here with a ton of tread. So again, rear bumper has been painted, so there's nothing going on with the bumper itself. All of the chrome trim on the rear bumper looks fantastic. It's not bent or dented or anything going on there. Bottom of our lower lift gate, everything looks awesome. That's a great shot right there. A lot of times you'll see dents that come in down here that can be very difficult to get out. Not the case here. Same thing with the upper part of the gate. It looks fantastic. Spoiler. So we do have some light scuffs and scratches, we'll say, around this plastic part. You can see. Not anything crazy. But obviously there is a little bit of that going on here. Obviously we know what's under here. This is our toolkit. And this other side is going to be just your storage, and we got a wheel lock in there as well. Our protector here all looks really good. Just some minor little scratches on the very top surface, as you can see. Everything underneath though looks awesome. Factory seam seal. All looks really nice. No rust or corrosion going on under here. All of our quarter panels, there's all our factory stamps. All of our upper gate bolts, none of those have been turned. Same thing coming down the driver's side. Quarter panel all looks really nice. Everything looks as it should be there. So you do have a factory all-weather mat. Let me pull this thing back for you. You can see that the carpet looks fantastic underneath. I like this mat because it's got the holes cut out for the third row, obviously, and the way that it fits back here is perfect. Most of the carpet mats and whatnot, they don't have the cutouts, and these do, so that's obviously kind of nice. All right, so do have some light scratches here on this wood. You're not going to be able to get that off unless you replace that. That's the only thing you can do there. And we do have our classic little denting going on the foam part of the back of these seats. There's no holes or anything like that, but just some minor little dents, which is very common to see on these 200s. Well, until 2016 where they went to carpet. Everything looks really nice back here. Just some light scratches on the very bottom of the seat. Nothing crazy. Passenger seat looks great. All of our headliner, everything looks really nice back here. We don't have any tears or cuts or anything going on. I'm going to fold these seats down for you guys. Cargo all looks really good. All right, let me pull these seats up. And there we are on the back of the seats. They all look fantastic. Third row or middle third row headrest that goes right there is here. Let me show you what the third row seats look like. So we do have our seatbelt denting going on there and there, which we all know is very common, but in typical 200 fashion, looks like the seats have never been sat in or used. Sorry for the glare, trying to avoid it. There we go. Everything looks nice there, as it should. And then lastly, on the very back of the lower part of the gate, you can see where the door has been shut for quite some time. The rubber molding has imprinted on the lower part of the gate. Stand back for you to get a better view. Not anything crazy, but that is there. We have all of our factory stickers intact. Again, no paint work on the body of this car. It's really just to the set up to the the bumpers. So there's our gate, and let's spin it around. All right, so here we are concluding with the passenger side. And just like the driver's side, this car is in overall really good condition. This is a nice car. I was close to keeping this car for myself, but didn't happen. So again, rear bumper's been painted, nothing to talk about there. Do have right here on the quarter, you do have a few little minor scratches. You can see right there on the edge. It's under the body line. Stepping back, it's very minor. I'm gonna work my way up the rail. Everything looks really nice there. Passenger mirror, we do have a few little spots right there that have been touched up, but our turn signal is not cracked. Everything looks awesome there, and our side camera is not cracked either. Everything looks nice as it should there. So coming to the front of this fender, everything looks great. We don't really have any touch-up going on. This side of the car is in great shape. Do you have a little, I'm gonna call this a scuff. This isn't even a scratch. This is some kind of scuff that we weren't able to sand out. Very minor, and it's very transparent, meaning it's very hard to see. It's not into the paint or anything like that, but it is there. Right rear wheel, just like the other two, is in great shape. Just very light rash, we'll call it. Same Yokohamas, as you know. So step bar and our lower rocker down here, all of our chrome looks fantastic. There's a great shot of the side of the car. Moving on to this door right here. Do have a spot here and a spot right above it that have been touched up. Do have a spot right here in the middle of the door and one above that. Moving closer to the front of the door, you have a spot there, one in the passenger door. Other than that, there really is no other touch-up down the side of that car. It looks awesome. So this front wheel, just like the other three, no damage, no major curbing, nothing going on there. Everything looks great. Great set of Yokohamas on it. So yeah, all things considered, everything looks really nice here. Moving to the interior. Do have some kind of little seatbelt damage that was at one point there. All of our pulls look really nice. All of our wood looks great. We don't have any peeling or cracking with the wood or lifting or anything like that. Everything looks really nice. No scuffing or anything going on down here. Looking at our jam, everything looks great. This molding or this rubber is just squeezed down. There we go. Kick plate looks great. All of our jam looks awesome. Look how nice the carpet is. All of our plastic. This is all original leather. None of this has been replaced. The semi-aniline leather looks awesome. Side of the console is in great shape from the seatbelt. Top part of the console is in great shape. Glove box door looks awesome. All of our registers look great. No peeling or cracking going on anywhere up here, which is fairly common to see. So the seat does slide forward, does come back, and does recline, and it does come back up. And lastly, window. Coming to this back door. Again, no scuffing, no anything going on back here. Do have a few little minor nicks right there. I'll have to wipe these watermarks off. Very, very minor though, if you step back and see. All of our door pull, everything looks awesome there. Same thing with our wood down here and the top part of the door panel. Everything looks awesome back here. Seat does slide forward and it does come back. Leather all looks fantastic. Carpet underneath. There's our DVD on. I don't have a DVD to put in there, so you just get to see that it is on, working as it should. And the screen's not cracked. Everything looks awesome back here. Both of our volume knobs intact. Our door does open and close as it should. Registers are all perfect. As you can see, everything works as it should. Console looks great. Mid part of the headliner all looks nice. Door panel over here looks great. Armrest and pull look awesome. Same thing with the wood over here. No cracking, no lifting anywhere. Everything looks awesome as it should. Jam all looks nice. All of our plastic step and everything looks great. Seat does slide forward and it does come back. Seats are in great shape back here. Let's pull this armrest down. So there's the wood with the scratching going on. Sucks, but and our DVD remote. So driver's side DVD is on and working as it should. Everything looks great back here. Carpet underneath looks awesome. Driver's door panel looks great. No scuffing or anything going on. Everything looks really nice. Armrest and pull is all in great shape. All of our wood is just like the rest of the car. No issues. As you can see, it does have a, I'm going to call it 25-30% tint on it. Look how nice the wood is up here. Our jam looks awesome. Carpet's perfect right here where you will see holes from time to time. Look how nice the side of the seat looks. Bottom part, again, all of this is original leather. Beautiful. The seat does slide forward, does come back, and does recline, and it does come back up. All right, let's get in this thing. Woo, get out of that cold. See if I can get this to do this. Try it like this. There we go. Cool box, as you can see, is on, and it is nice and cold as it should. It works off the factory AC compressor, so we'll shut that off. Obviously don't need that today. Both of our armrests do slide forward and do come back as they should. All right. So, look how nice the cup holder is. Divider is in there. No scratching, nothing going on here. It looks really, really nice. The center stack itself is in great shape. You have your aux and USB. So here's our heated seats, and going to the cooled. Ashtray intact. Cigarette lighter intact, never been used. Very neutral smelling in this car. It smells like a guy, for lack of a better term. Look how nice all of our center stack is again. All right, before we get going on that, I'm going to, the sunroof is tilted up, so we'll tilt it down and then we'll open it. And we'll close it. All right. Now I can shut that so we'll have better viewing. So here we are, obviously, on our climate control screen. I know you've been seeing me work through it. Everything works as it should here. And it feels good. Audio. So we're not going to get copyrighted. Everything does work as it should. You can hear there. Quick. I think the satellite's still active as well, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. As you can hear. Backup camera. Front-facing camera. And the side camera, you can see all look perfect. Let me go back to audio. As we see, we can toggle between all of our different settings. I'm going to go ahead and turn the rear DVD off. I think my phone's probably still connected. Maybe not. Yes, it is.
Do what he's on.
Whoa. So we know the radio works, no issues there. There's our map. All of our features for our map do work. So everything works on that screen. Just kind of going through, showing that all of our buttons work. Set up. So everything looks good there. Front and rear defrost do work. Obviously our rear air is on. All of our buttons on the steering wheel do work. We can watch the volume go up. Turn that right back down. Our display, which will change the display on the dash. As you see, it works as it should. Steering wheel does come up, does come down, and it comes out to me, and it does go back in. We know our blinkers work. We already did that. Hazard lights. Windshield wipers do work. I'm not going to spray anything. Obviously, they do work. So both of our mirrors are out right now. We're going to fold them in. And we're going to fold them back out. The glass itself does go down, come in, up and out. Everything looks good there. Heated steering wheel, I probably should have had that on earlier. I know it will get nice and warm. All right, so I think that pretty much covers everything. I'm going to use the restroom and we'll take it for a quick spin. All right, so here we go on a quick drive. And we're going to be listening for the common thing that I normally listen for. Wheel bearing noises, drivetrain noises, just anything unusual. My gimbal, on the other hand, that I use to film, just died. So I'm having to hold the phone with my hand. I'm going to try to make this quick. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible as we are going down the road. So here we go. Try to hold this a little higher so we don't get any glares. Very, very quiet. Again, I have spent time in this car, a couple hundred miles that I put on it, and it drives fantastic. There's no odd noises or drivetrain noises, anything like that. The car drives fantastically, again. You'll see in the Carfax that there's a lot of just routine, regular brake work that was done over the years in this car. And you can tell the brakes feel great, nice and firm pedal. Ooh, I'm gonna try to get this real quick. Sorry if the camera is shaky. I'm trying to do the best I can here. Whoa, pay attention, Chris. nice in here. Again, this car's really clean inside. Smells good. I know that's funny to some, but it's true. Skirt around this Tundra, and I'm gonna do one last thing here. So we're going to showcase the factory remote start. I'm going to hit the lock button 3 times. On the 3rd time, I'm going to hold it. Then you get your feedback right there. And she starts. So since we got our feedback, we know all of our door lock actuators are working as they should. So let me shut it off by holding the lock button. And there you have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of this 2015 200 Series .2 LX570. Just over 186,000 miles on this car. Super nice car, 1-owner car out of Texas. Anybody who's interested can reach me at chris@hilsonluxury.com or 678-454-6060.